Fresh Tech Films.
Staying fresh is a priority.
What's up, Fresh Tech Films viewers and fans? This is Tyree, aka Rev. Today we're presenting you the vlog of why nice guys finish last and the hard truth of life. We will explain why girls like assholes and what you can do to prevent this shit. Today I'm here with one of my shirt designers and voice actors for Fresh Tech Films. Let me introduce you guys to Steve A. Reynoso.
Hey, thanks guys. Thanks a lot, Rev. I just want to go out and say it's an honor to do a dual vlog with you, Tyree, creator and founder of Fresh Tech.
Well, thank you, dude, and I appreciate you too. Well, let's get started with the basics. Let's answer the first question. Why nice guys finish last? Well, in a simple answer, because they're bitches. Now when I say that, let me give you an example. A nice guy is not a bad thing, but you just cannot be passive. See, that's what people get mixed up. Niceness and passiveness. When the nice guy becomes passive, the girl treats him as a little brother rather than a boyfriend. Or even, rather than a little brother, the best friend. Or aka, the friend zone. To avoid this, you don't need to be an asshole, but you need to be assertive. Steve will explain further on this.
You know, when it comes to being assertive, you gotta know your boundaries, but you're not allowed to turn into that baby back bitch, you know? And that being said, with assertiveness, you need confidence. But you also gotta be careful, because there's always a fine line between confidence and cockiness. And cockiness usually brings you to being an asshole.
Now, I can think of 3 people right now who are an example of cockiness, and they know who they are. But I won't bring them up. But now, when I say they're cocky, they use women. And when I say they use women, I'm saying to a point where they just go from girl to girl, tearing that pussy up like fucking construction paper. Now that's not what it's all about. Tell them what's it about, Steve.
You know, it's about having a relationship. And I mean, don't get me wrong, some people might be saying, well, just tearing a bitch up is a relationship. You know what? In some cases it is. But it's not a good relationship. And that's what we all want, isn't it? A good relationship.
And when he says a good relationship, I mean, sex is always gonna, well, usually it's a prominent part of the relationship. But the most important part of the relationship is trust and communication. And of course, agreement. If you have those 3 things, you will get very far. Especially those marriages that last 60, 70 years, they have all 3 of those elements locked down. Now, to get to that point in the relationship, there has to be confidence in both partners. They have to not be afraid of one another. They can't be afraid to speak and communicate to one another, to speak what's on their mind. Now that, not necessarily saying they're going to hurt the other person, but they usually can say it in a way, or maybe a sensitive way, that comes off, nice, and be like, hey honey, I don't like what you do with your hair, or honey, you just look straight up fat today. I mean, you don't want to say that, but I'm just an example. Now, see what I mean? If you're not afraid to say that, you shouldn't be afraid for the initiative phase to talk to the girl in the first place. Now here's something my friend said to me last night, and I really appreciate him saying this. And Steve, I want you to listen to this and tell me what you think, okay? Alright. He said, a girl will want to feel loved, protected, and they feel like they want to trust you. And can a guy that's too scared of rejection take a bullet for someone? If a guy can't show he likes a girl, can he love her completely? Can they trust that guy? No. I believe they don't. I personally believe they don't, because, and I thank my best friend for saying this, because, if you don't have the guts or the balls, in our words, to talk to a girl, you probably won't get anywhere.
Tyree, I agree with you. I agree with you, and I agree with your friend. I mean, a girl wants honesty, and a girl wants to be able to trust the man she's with. She wants to feel protected. I agree, even those tomboyish motherfucking brute girls, I know they want to feel protected,
Every girl wants protection, and the point of this first lesson is nice guys will finish last if they don't have that confidence. I'm not saying be an asshole. I'm saying please be nice to all extent, but have confidence and assertiveness, and they will fall right to you. No girl wants a bitch. Now let's answer that second question. What you could do to prevent that shit? Let's say you're a shy guy. How to stop being shy? It won't happen overnight, but it takes time, and Steve will explain how to do this.
Steve, answer the question.
What was the question? Shit, nigga.
What can they do to prevent that shit?
Well, you see, Tyree, what they gotta do is just build up their self-esteem and confidence. I mean, like you said, it won't happen overnight. And granted, it may take a couple of weeks.
But how? How can they do that?
It just really depends on what you need. I mean, I've never been a shy guy, so I wouldn't know. But I would assume, just go out there and do things with people that you know. Get a couple of your good friends to take you out to a nice public place where you can interact and build up some more self-esteem and confidence when talking, not to just girls, but to just other people. That way, when the time comes, if you need to make a friend, or if you're really bored at a party, or you want to talk to that girl, let's say, you won't be there stuttering and trying to, be, my name is this. You will go up there with your confidence and you'll be like, hey. And that will it makes you feel good, and you'll start noticing it too. I mean, you won't look in the mirror, you won't think about yourself and say, well, I'm a shy guy, and I don't like that. You'll start to notice that you're able to talk to others easier.
If you're not afraid to talk to one of your friends or your best friend, why should you be afraid to talk to a girl per se? Same thing. You may like her, but that's where it's going to come from. That same confidence or morale you use to talk to your friend, use that to talk to the girl the same way. Because it'll work like this. Once she sees that, and granted she doesn't have a boyfriend or she's not a stuck-up bitch, she'll probably go for you.
So guys and girls out there, I mean, it's just the key things to remember from this is confidence is key. And there's a big emphasis on that, because confidence will not only help you succeed with getting a girl, but it's also amazing, but it's also key to get you somewhere in life, somewhere you want to be. Second of all, don't be a baby back bitch, alright? Break out of that. No girl wants some fucking downgraded motherfucking shit.
And you know what? Another thing about that is, don't take rejection so hard.
I mean, everyone's gonna have their dragons before they get to their princess. So, there's no reason why you should get so down after being rejected.
I appreciate that, Steve. Leave some comments, post some replies. Anything we left out we'll cover next week. This has been a Fresh Tech Films presentation. From Tyree and Steve, staying fresh is a priority.